The other thing I can do is go ahead and reattach this to the cowl. So the problem is I don't know if I have the screws for it. I don't know where they went. What else we got? Let's see how some of this stuff is holding up as it's been sitting in a bin and not being used. That's all tiny stuff for the wheels. Don't know what that guy's for. Yeah, gonna have to come back to this because I don't know where the fasteners are for that. So yeah, I don't know how the wheels go back on. To tell you the truth, I don't remember. I'm going to have to look at the blow diagram, I guess. So here we go. Here's one of the front wheels. One of these. Okay, one of these goes on there like that. And then 31 is a washer, spacer, whatever. Then we have 32, which is one of these guys. Oh, I bet you that goes there. Right, because that doesn't, yeah, the axle goes here, sort of, and then this goes there, and then it pivots for height. There's a nut that needs to go on there. That's probably that guy. There we go. Okay. 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 Let's use the silicone grease because it is for plastics and rubbers, I think. Oh, that's right. I painted the top, but not the shaft because I intended to put grease on the shaft, and that could use a clean too. Okay, so this is silicone grease, and before I put that on there, I'm going to grab one of my really great, one of these guys, and I'm going to clean out that bushing. Excellent. I like that. I like how that turned out. Okay. So now, pop this in there. Tighten that down. Oh, that's much nicer. I like that. That's smooth and quiet and non-vibrating-y. And it just keeps going, so way less friction. Cool. Alright, glad I did that. Okay, we're going to keep our silicone grease for later. Oh, it didn't need to be silicone because it's not going on the directly on the plastic. I forgot. Oh well, that's all right. General grease would probably be perfectly good for those, actually, since they've got metal bushings in there. Okay, well, there you go. Made all that big deal about getting plastic friendly grease, didn't even need it. Okay, so we got that. Now we need to get back to that. Uh-oh. Oh yeah. Remember, I had drilled a hole in this one to fix this in place. That's one of the rear larger ones, so the other rear larger one must be about the same size, right? So these are the two front ones, and for whatever reason they're slightly different. This has a different relief, and it's missing the corner's been chamfered. Huh. Weird. Well, let's see. We're doing that one, so let's go with this one. We can always swap them if it turns out it's the wrong, if it's in the wrong direction. But this is going to go. This tab will want to be in there, so we're going to want that like that, over that, something like that, and then that. Could it be these guys? These are pretty chunky, so it looks like that, doesn't it? So that goes in there like that, I guess. Yeah, I need to put that on there first, huh? Wow. Okay. I'm just not doing great, am I? Like I said, this is learn with me, not how to. You want how to? Go talk to someone else. All right. Leave that there. I'm gonna get. Where did my box of goodies go? There it is. Okay, so that's. Oh, Mike. Can't you think of nothing ahead of time? Okay. Let's go find that nut. There you are. Thought you could get away, did you? Well, that's what you get for thinking. That's why I don't think anymore. It only gets me into trouble. All right. Well, let's try this one. Oh, perfect. Nice. Okay. Now, don't need that one. That's too big. All right. So we're going to do the same thing over here, except we can use regular grease now because okay, so that's going to go in there. Get that back on there. Again, third time's the charm, right? Okay. Okay, the next thing we need to do is get a, let's see, this is going to go on here and it's going to be screwed in there, right? and then that pin is going to hit the thing. So all right, so that's where we need a screw. Okay, this is probably too big. Oh yeah, that's way too big. All right, let's put that back. We need a small one. Here's a small one. Will it work? Yes, it will. All right. Cool. Actually, because we have steel going into aluminum, let's put some anti-seize on this guy. Might prevent me from breaking these off again in the future. All right. Now we put a washer on there. And then we put this on here. And I think I think this one goes on the other side, the way I have it set up here. So let's do some rearranging. This guy is going to go, this tab needs to go into these indentations there, so we're going to want that to go here. Nice. And then one thing I wanted to do is bend these a little bit right there to put a little extra tension. Oh wow, I may have to do that another time. And the washer has fallen off, so put that washer back in place. Put that in there. That lines up with one of these. We'll go with the furthest one because that's my favorite. And then, uh-oh. So I need another nut. You didn't miss anything. I'm still struggling. All right. So got that darn thing in place, I think. And yeah, so what we need here is to just fasten that right up. This wasn't that hard, just didn't remember, that's all. Okay, so let's check the function of that. We'll keep these because, yeah, so the wheel moves just fine. Ooh, nice. Okay, and then we got one last thing we're going to do. So we need this guy. Are we still in frame? No, kind of. There we go. Our little plastic doodad can now go on. And that's one wheel done. Yay! All right, let's see if we can get the other one. So can this go all the way, all the way back? Yep. Ooh, it's kind of hitting right there though. That's why that other one had the relief on it, I guess. Okay, I want to try this one instead. So it's got that extra relief on it. Okay, that has the extra relief. And that fits much better. Probably doesn't show up on camera, but there's no, yeah, this isn't anywhere near close to the thing there. So Alright, so the next wheel is going to have this guy, 2 more washers. No, this is going to be the other wheel. Okay. Nope. Yep. This guy with a new one of those. Let's see. This fellow. Anything else? I think that might do it. Alright, so let's start by, now that we kind of know what we're doing, kinda. Let's start by cleaning the things that need to be cleaned out here. Where's the doodad? There we go. Cool. When I first cleaned these things, I didn't have these stainless steel pipe cleaners, so these never got really got reamed out. Now they have. All right. So first, let's get some grease. All right, and then we have a washer that goes on there. Oops. Uh-oh. Doesn't fit. Does it fit the other one? It does not. Oh no. This is not the right washer. Okay, well, let's use, say, this one. We're going to have to find another washer. Oh, here's one. Okay, we'll use that one. That fits. Cool. Okay, so this fellow goes on this way. Here's where the bolt is captured. That's how you know that it goes on this way. And then this guy, we'll put him on first. Goes in there. Nice. Okay, and that guy goes on there. And one of our really great nylock nuts goes on next. Okay, and then we have this guy with the tab facing out. Goes the other way, because this is a mirror image assembly. And then let's put some anti-seize on our new, this might be stainless steel, I'm not sure. Oh, I'm going to have to enlarge this hole. I didn't think of that, because yeah, that's a bigger, I didn't do a helicoil, I just drilled it out, made a bigger, used a bigger tap. There we go. Hey, it worked, okay. Alright, so now I can go back to making this go in the right direction here. Not too tight. Just these two are left, and they go on, let's see, that one goes on there. So that'll go downwards. Yeah. and then oops, and then yeah, no interference there. Okay, and then we'll have it right there. Pop the nut on there. Get our good old 9/16 here to hold that one still. And the other one, cool. I'm happy with that. So that was, yeah, I struggled a bit to get those figured out, and those are the simple ones. The ones in the back are going to be more difficult.